Hello, this is Julia Rankenberg with the CAP Foundation. Welcome to the SurveyMonkey Apply Reviewer Portal for the Translational Diagnostics Advanced Training Grant. Step number one for all reviewers is to create an account on SurveyMonkey Apply. The web address is foundation.surveymonkey.apply.io. So that's capfoundation.smapply.io. So take note of this link and make sure you create an account. Once your account is created, CAP Foundation staff will assign reviewers and will assign applications to those reviewers. When assignments are made, each reviewer will receive an email notice. Your email notice will look something like this, alerting you that you have Foundation grant applications to review and score in your portal. Clicking on the green icon, Go to Site, will bring you to the SurveyMonkey Apply portal. You may receive a screen like this, which is encouraging you to log into your reviewer portal. If by chance you have not registered, this also gives you the opportunity to once again register for an account. After you've logged into your SurveyMonkey account, you will receive your own personal reviewer dashboard. This dashboard lists all the applications that have been assigned to you. For our example, I've assigned myself a Translational Diagnostic Advanced Training Grant application and a C-Test and Treat application. So I'm logging into my account, I see my dashboard, and I know that I want to start reviewing for Translational Diagnostics, so I select the blue Start button. So now the next screen will show me all the applications that I have assigned in whatever category. So for this example, it's all the applications assigned to me for Translational Diagnostics. In our example, I've only assigned one, and this is an actual application received. So after I've selected the application that I want to review, as listed on my reviewer dashboard, this screen will appear, and I need to select the Start button to start the review process. So I've selected the Start button. So the next view I have is what you see before you. So let's review some functionality. SurveyMonkey provides the reviewer with a split screen view. The left side will contain the entire application that has been submitted. The right side of the screen is the actual reviewer form where you can score each grant application question and response and add comments. So this screen setup is not ideal as it will cause the reviewer to scroll up and down to see the definitions of the scoring category. So on this next screen, I just wanted to show some functionality here. If you look on the left-hand side, the blue arrow is pointing to, looks like a square with some dots in it. This gives you the ability to change the width of your screen, specifically the right side of your split screen, whether you want it wider or more condensed. And then also in the right-hand corner, you'll see a red arrow that is pointing to a double-headed arrow. And this gives you the ability to change your screen to a full screen as opposed to a split screen. So I just wanted to point out that this functionality does exist. So if you go back to the left side of your screen, you'll see at the top there are two categories. One is titled Summary, which we had in our previous views, and now another one is titled Application. So selecting the Application category will now activate and cause the submitted applications to appear. So again, selecting Application on the left side of the screen gives the reviewer access to the entire application, and this is in read-only mode. to include the applicant's contact information, their responses to the grant application questions, the letter of recommendation, CV, and headshot. Again, this information is only visible to the reviewer in read-only mode. So you can review all this information, but you cannot do any type of scoring or add any comments. The right side of the screen is interactive. This is where you will score the application, the responses, and add any comments. To avoid having to scroll up and down on the right side of the screen to review the scoring categories, I created a workaround to have the left screen list the scoring rubric so reviewers can use the right screen to review and score applications. So in this workaround, the left side of your screen, after you've reviewed all the components, should stay static, and the right side of the screen is where you will scroll down to score all the application questions. So in order to do this, we need to click on the next icon that's highlighted by the red arrow, which is titled Instructions. So clicking on Instructions, now the scoring rubric will appear on the left side of the screen. This will allow you to scroll down the right side of the screen, again, to read and score the application. I just wanted to make a note that you can still scroll down the left side of the screen to reference the applicant's CV and any types of letters of recommendation and take a look at their headshot. But the bulk of your activity will take place on the right side of the screen, again, where you're going to be scrolling through the questionnaire, the grant application. You're going to be looking at the applicant's responses and scoring those and adding comments. So in our next slide, this is a view of, again, the left side of the screen is staying static because we're having reference to our scoring rubric. The right side of the screen, you've selected the right scroll bar that's indicated by the red arrow. You're scrolling down to question number 1. You're reading the applicant's response. You're adding a score, and you're adding comments if you feel as a reviewer there's something else you would like to say. As you score the application, it automatically tallies the overall rubric score and breaks the scores down either as a total score or an score or both. So for our example, for translational diagnostics, you'll see that there's a total score box and an average score box that, again, is automatically calculating based on the scores that are being entered for the questions above. So at this point, let's imagine that you finished scoring the application and you're done. You want to go to the next application. I updated the system to allow reviewers to edit scores. If you want to be extra safe, you can mark your reviews as Save Draft, as indicated by the gray button on the bottom of the right screen. And then when you feel you're 100% sure that you're done, you can mark everything as complete. However, there could be an instance where you mark something as complete and then you want to go back and review and maybe change a score. So I believe that I was successful in updating some back-end settings to allow reviewers, even if you mark all as complete and then you go back and say, wow, I really want to review one or more applications again, the system should allow you to go back and make any edits. But again, any questions or issues that you encounter as you review, feel free to reach out to me, and my contact information will be displayed at the end of this presentation. Another enhancement that I have done is that I've also updated the settings to allow reviewers to see other reviews, and this is anonymously. So if you click on the review category that's highlighted on the left side of your screen that this information will appear. So for our example, someone reviewed this application and they gave it 5 points out of a maximum of, say, 25 points for our example. If you hover over the white line where the green arrow indicates, then an icon will appear. You can click on this icon and you can see someone else's review. So this is just a handy feature if you're torn between how you want to score someone and you're looking for someone else's opinion. You can hover and see how other reviewers have scored. If you change our focus to the right side of the screen, top right, you'll see a red arrow pointing to 3 dots or an ellipsis. Selecting this will allow you to download all of your reviews. If you perhaps want to review things offline, or if you want to print out copies of your reviews and look at them in that mode. So this concludes the Translational Diagnostics SurveyMonkey online reviewer portal session. If you have any questions or would like to do a screen share to walk through this process, do not hesitate to contact me via email or phone, jrankin@cap.org or 847-832-7931.